Hey there, YouTube. This is MrLivingDead13 here right now, but I'm not talking. I'm not talking about anything that I normally talk about, like the tattoos or just any sort of normal rant or just anything that I've ever spoken about before. Um, Loads like my internet feed and stuff like that has been filling up with stuff, pictures, videos, memes about this Amanda Todd girl. And I don't actually know what's happened with it because I just researched it now and found out everything about it as much as I could. And I searched YouTube about it because YouTube's like my second home and whatever. And in the end, I found this video, and the person was saying like, if you guys have obviously uh, researched it and know about it or whatever, then you'll know what I'm on about. But either way, I found this video where the guy or the girl or whatever that was doing the actual video was basically typing up saying that they only like feel sorry for the bullying side of things for her. I and that she's like, I've seen so many people, like so much hatred towards this girl because she flashed her boobs on cam. I mean, unless you're her mother, her father, or someone in her family, or a really close friend who actually cared about her, then nobody really has anything to say about it. You know, that's like me hearing about someone that lives in like 5 countries over from where I live, um, punching someone in the face, and then me getting a flight over there to go and punch him in the face for punching the first guy in the face. You wouldn't do it. So, and because if you don't know the person, then you have absolutely no right to judge. I can, I've got a really open mind, so I can see the reasons why she might have done it. The first one that comes to my head right now, because I'm so tired, is most likely um, she didn't feel attractive enough or whatever, and she felt like she had to um, get confirmation from someone else, even if it's just a complete stranger. Sometimes with um, people with low self-esteem, that shit helps. Like just getting someone saying that you look nice, even if it's like your hair looks nice today or whatever. Um, I'm like I go on Omegle or whatever the fuck it is, and I just speak to random people, and it's plainly because the amount of interesting people you see on that. I've never been on chat roulette, but either way, um, yeah, unless you actually know someone personally, you can't exactly judge them for anything that they do. It's like that chick that ate the tampon or whatever. That grossed me out. I will admit that made me feel quite ill, but never once did I turn around and like people were calling her a whore and shit. How's she a whore? She's revolting because I've heard that it wasn't real and that it was faked and all that shit. Anyway, um, she's revolting and quite possibly needs some help with her dietary regime, but she's not a whore. And people were calling Amanda Todd a whore and still are calling her a whore. That's just fucking ridiculous. One, most of the people that are saying it don't even fucking know her, like, other than her name and what the media's put out and what the internet has. And second of all, they're calling her a whore for showing her boobs on cam. I don't know why people are more focused on what she did on cam, but more for what that guy did that was on the other end. He asked her to do it, and I'm guessing on stuff like chat roulette, you'll never ever see anyone or find anyone again. So that's what I'm guessing. Please comment down below and correct me if I'm wrong. Either way, you'll never see them again or whatever. They see what they want and then they fuck off and disappear. Now, I'm not condoling that. I'm not saying that that's right. Not really a good idea to show your body off on the internet. I still firmly believe that you should save your body for someone that actually wants what's underneath the body. Either way, I'm getting off track. I was talking about assholes who were making fun of someone for no reason. Yeah. People are calling her a whore because apparently she tricked a guy into having sex with her when really she didn't. I've done some digging, and from what I found out, he was in a relationship, and she knew that for one. Now I'm not condoling anyone, you guys. If you're a regular viewer of MrLivingDead13, and you guys all know that I'm completely fair with what I talk about. I'll give the positives and the negatives. I'll give everybody a chance. But yeah, he was the one that invited her over and tried it on with her and all that shit. And so like, there's that guy. He's a dick because he said da 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 da, and she was in the wrong there as well because she said, yeah, okay, then whatever. Your girlfriend's away on holiday, so let's just, what, you know, people know how things like that work. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this real quick. The look of death that I am getting from my kitten. I was like, what are you talking about, human? Anyway, I'm getting off track here. I'm starting to talk about my cat. Yeah. So he was a dick because of that reason. And then there's the other guy, the guy that was on chat roulette. From what I found out, he went off that, like, they came off it, and then about a month or so later, a year later, or whatever, he found her on Facebook or some shit. That's kind of creeperish. And on Omgo, or however the fuck you say it, I don't know, please somebody correct me, like spell it out really slowly, all that bullshit, or video response. I've not had one of them yet. Anyway, on that site, there's this little bit, it's like if you want to see people naked, like where you don't want the moderated version, click here. Or if you want the moderated version where if we find someone being a pervert, we'll take them off it, then click here. The amount of fucking shit that I find on that bloody site, I'll just be going on purely to just randomly get into a conversation, because if you guys use it, then you'll know you can put in your interests, and then you get paired up with someone that has the exact same interests as you, so you have something in common. Now obviously I like put in Slipknot and Murder Dolls and all that shit. Either way, I just do shit like that, and I'll type in my interests, like tattooing, piercings and stuff, and then usually the first or second cam that comes up is some bloody foreigner sitting having a sitting there naked on fucking cam. And I mean, it took me so long to do the YouTube videos because, as most of you guys probably know, I'm a pretty self-conscious person. Loads of people will come on like cam without makeup and shit like that. I need to put all this on, I need to do all this so I'm like pretty for you guys and all that shit. Anyway, so I never put my cam on, but the amount of shit that's on there, people need to moderate things properly, and it's the same. It's like no matter what party, what gender, what fucking species you are, you shouldn't do shit like that. If you want to fucking show people your body or see other people's bodies, then there's areas for that. There's clubs for that. There's specific websites for shit like that. Go on that specific website. I'm on another chat site thing that you can use webcam in it. And that shit's just fucking. Whenever a guest, it doesn't have a set name. Whenever a guest signs in, I just instantly block them because it's always the same guy. He doesn't want to hook it up to his Facebook or his Twitter or whatever. So he'll just use guest constantly, so you can constantly get away with it. It's disgusting. Anyway, once again, MrLivingDead13 is getting off track. Back to Amanda Todd. I just think it's shit and disgusting how people are treating this entire thing. Personally, I think people should just leave everything to do with it the fuck alone. It has nothing to do with them. She has nothing to do with them unless they're obviously family or really close friends. And to all you motherfuckers that think it's cool or hard or easy to bully someone, I issue you 3 challenges. Number 1, bully someone that's actually strong enough and willing enough to punch you in the fucking face when you do it. Number 2, if you can actually punch them back, then you deserve a medal. Number 3, bully a black belt at jiu-jitsu or Krav Maga or some shit like that, and then see how fucking tough you are. Bully someone that can actually fucking talk back. I don't get that pissed off with things that much on my channel. I'll have a little rage, I'll swear a little bit, I'll do all this other stuff and say all this other stuff. But I personally have experienced bullying, criticism, prejudice and shit like that for years now. I know how to deal with it. My way of dealing with it is going home, lighting up a cigarette, sitting down with a cup of coffee, and just swearing and ranting about it to anyone who will fucking listen. 9 out of 10 times, it's you lovely people. So, take my advice. If someone's fucking being like that, I'm not going to say ignore them and try, they'll stop it, because that's bullshit. If you ignore someone, then they're just going to try fucking harder. Do your best to ignore them to an extent. Don't ignore them so that they try harder, but ignore them so it doesn't affect you badly in a way of so you don't start self-harming or having to take antidepressant pills or something like that. If you're starting to feel like that, personally, what I used to do is I used to just I used to use my artwork. I'd go and draw or whatever, I'd go and paint. And then when I started getting tattoos, that was my first tattoo. If you guys have watched my videos before, that one there was my first tattoo. And that hurt so much for me to get done. And then I'll just keep getting something done. I'll never ever have a tattoo that's not 100% finished. You know, like the outlines of that one. Hang on, my computer's being annoying. Yeah. The outlines of this one still needs touched up. The colouring still needs done. The underneath of there still needs finished. The back of there still needs finished. All my elbow still needs finished. I mean, look at the amount of work that I've got there to get done. When you've got that much work to do and you use tattooing and stuff like that as a release for adrenaline and endorphins and annoyance and just upset, that you use that as a release. If you're someone like me who uses that, then you've got a lot of time, a lot of work in areas to get through to help yourself. If not, I mean, I'm starting up a new channel soon. Don't even know what I'm gonna fucking call it yet, but either way, I'm just gonna have some random stuff, and feel free to message in and stuff like that. So like, subscribe, comment, personal inbox. I'm completely open to anything like that. Right now I don't even know what I'm gonna class this, because once I end this video I'm probably just gonna go and have a cigarette, because hearing about people getting bullied and getting bullied into the point of having to feeling like they need to commit suicide actually physically frustrates me, to the point of I'm starting to lose my vocal performance right now. I'm starting to not be able to understand myself. My words are starting to slip. My voice is starting to slip. So in the meantime, guys, I'm gonna go, and I hope this video helped and opened some eyes, possibly changed some people's minds. I don't know. More videos to come, so stay tuned. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And to everyone who's having problems with self-harm, there are places to go. There are people that can help, and there are people that care. And even if I don't know you, I'm always going to be one of them. So stay strong. This is MrLivingDead13 signing off for tonight. Enjoy your evening.